Good afternoon, internets. I am recording right now, not in my car because I don't have my car. So here's the update on what happened in Reno. I drove up to Reno on Thanksgiving Day to go spend time with my family because that's where all of them are, and it's about an 8-hour drive from Las Vegas to Reno in northern Nevada. Car did great the whole way out, didn't have any problems with it. Very comfortable, of course, because the Volt is very comfortable. And then on Friday morning, we got up to go make my dad some breakfast. We were going to go to the store and get a couple of things and make some breakfast at my dad's house, because that's where we were staying. Go to the store, come out from the store, start the Volt, and it has a check engine light and a warning service high voltage system light, as it did the last time it was serviced at CarMax. I had a lot of you with that video when I was talking about CarMax seeing the light and then it going away, telling me that it was a problem with the battery coolant and that adding more coolant to the coolant system and then resetting the light would fix the problem. Unfortunately, I didn't have an opportunity to do that at the time because CarMax cleared the code and then I didn't have any other problems with it. Went over everything, checked my fluids before I left town, and everything looked fine. The light came back on. Didn't really know what to do, so I knew I needed that the high voltage charging system was under warranty, so I needed to call an authorized GM dealership to have a look at it. I was in Reno. There's 2 Chevy dealerships in Reno. There was only one that was open, and it was Reno, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. And I asked them if they had anybody in the service department, and they did have people in the service department that day. And I said, wonderful, could you see me and have somebody scan my code, etc., etc., and possibly clear it or tell me what it is that I need to do. They said, absolutely not. There's no way we can see you. We are booked solid today. We're down. Not only are we down many technicians because of the holiday weekend, but the ones we do have are booked solid. I was like, okay. Is there any possible way that you can take my name and phone number down and call me in case there is a no-show or a cancellation or something, which I thought was pretty reasonable. I'm like, all right, I'll be on standby. I know it's the holiday and everybody's busy, but the lady on the phone's like, ew, no, we don't do that. I was like, all right, so that's very helpful. Do you know anything about this code? Can you ask anybody if it's safe for me to drive home? She goes, well, I wouldn't drive it home because I know, like, if you drive it on a check engine light for a certain amount of time, it can just, like, void your warranty. And I was like, all right, that's very helpful. For what amount of time? And I don't want to void my warranty. So I didn't really know what to do. I called CarMax in Henderson because this issue first happened on their watch, and I was hoping that the guy that I'm used to dealing with there would know something. He wasn't there, but they referred me to CarMax in Reno. Says, take it there. They'll be able to help you out, and it won't be, any problem. So I go to CarMax in Reno, and as soon as I roll up, CarMax in Reno tells me, we don't service hybrid vehicles or electric vehicles of any kind. We don't work on them. We don't do anything with them. We farm all that work out. And I was like, okay, so why was I sent here? Like, that's kind of annoying. And the guy had nothing for me. He had no inclination as to what to do. He goes, if you can stay until Monday or Tuesday, we could probably work something out for you. And I was like, well, funny story, I can't stay until Monday or Tuesday. I have to be to work on Monday. There's no replacement for me. If I don't show up to work, it's all bad, and the student that I teach and provide therapy for does not get education that day and does not get therapy that day. I'm not the kind of teacher that there's a substitute for. That's not what I do. And he was attempting to be understanding to that. So eventually what we came to the conclusion was, it is almost certainly the coolant thing, and it needs to have the code cleared. However, even after coolant had been added to the car, which it had been at CarMax, they were unable to reset the code. It needed to be reset by an authorized GM dealer with some kind of computer that they don't have at CarMax and that I don't personally have. So even though it was almost certainly that and almost certainly fixed, if I were to drive it on that with that light and that warning going for 500 miles, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I was informed by a representative of GM that would void my warranty. So I was left in this really peculiar position where I can't drive my car home and I also can't stay in Reno. So CarMax issued me a loaner, a Chevy Sonic, which is roughly the size of a Pepsi can and handles about the same, and sent me on my way. So my car is still in Reno, and they are arranging transportation for the car to be brought to Las Vegas so that it can be seen by a GM dealer here. So it is going to be moved to CarMax in in Henderson, here in where I actually am, in Henderson. And then my guy at Henderson CarMax is going to take it to a Chevy dealer in Las Vegas, probably just to reset the code for coolant. I have no idea when that's going to happen. I've been trying to get an estimation as to exactly how long it's going to take to move the car, or what they need to do to ship it, or what needs to happen, but I can't get a straight answer out of anybody yet. So my car is 500 miles away from me up north in northern Nevada. I am driving a loaner Chevy Sonic and burning fossil fuels everywhere I go, and this is my happy face. Just kidding, this is not my happy face. This is my extremely displeased face. So that was like an added stress, like as if the holidays weren't stressful enough. That is an added thing I have to deal with. I'd like to thank Jim in particular, but all my subscribers, but Jim in particular, for jumping right on my distress signal call that I sent out, the video that I posted from Reno saying, I'm in Reno and I need help. He got right on there, was looking up codes and helping me figure everything out. And I had a lot of you also jumping in after Jim, trying to help me figure out what was wrong with the car, and spitballing solutions here and there. And even though it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, I really want to thank you all. Like, it was Thanksgiving over the weekend. I'm really thankful to have subscribers and to have viewers who were thoughtful enough to take time out of their holiday weekend to try to help me out when I'm a stranger and you guys don't know me. That was really nice. I mean, I'm super pissed off and I'm really stressed out about the situation, but that was just, I don't know, that kind of, they took a lot of the sting out of it to have so many strangers come together on my behalf just because I was in the situation that I was unfamiliar with and that I was stressed out about. So I really appreciate you guys all for that. I'll keep you updated as this thing keeps developing, but so far I have a really, really good car that I haven't been able to enjoy because I've been given bad service surrounding the car, and that's been extremely frustrating for me. So does anybody else have any experiences with CarMax or Chevy dealerships, or do you know anything about the Chevy hybrid and electric car warranty? Do you know if I've been lied to about those things? Has anybody else, you know what, do you have any jokes or just funny stories? I could use some cheering up. But anyway, I'm Catherine, the EVs of Nevada. I'll go ahead and throw up all my usual links to the Instagrams and the Twitters to keep the story going, keep the conversation going on the other forms of media that I use. I hope everybody had a much better Thanksgiving than I did, and I hope everybody has a really, really great week, and I'll keep you posted. Thank you.